What's going on YouTube? It's your host Bruce GNT, and we are back with another video. I've been slacking, okay? I've been slacking on my Atlanta and New York news, so we're gonna cut that out. There's been a candidate when it comes to the mayor of New York, Mamdani, and I've been doing a lot of research. I want to make sure that when it's time for me to make a video on this man, that I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I want to be as unbiased as I possibly can be. Apparently, Marvel has decided to leave the Georgia area, which I knew that they were kind of based here, because if you ever watch at the end of the movies, right, it literally says like a Georgia production at the end with a little peach. So I always knew that, but I didn't know that they were like mainly based here in Georgia. So let's jump into this and see what they're talking about.
The Marvel blockbuster boom is over for now, but advocates say media and entertainment companies are shifting their focus to smaller productions to keep the cameras rolling.
So what we're experiencing is a general downturn.
Georgia's film and TV industries have taken a beating over the past few years.
In the industry across the state and actually across the world.
Streaming, the pandemic, Hollywood strikes, and rising labor costs have dimmed the lights on many sets. And entertainment giant Marvel pulled the plug on most of its productions in Georgia, shipping shooting to countries like the UK that offer lucrative incentives.
Marvel has had some effect on the industry here in Georgia.
Georgia's film and TV spending dropped nearly 50% in 3 years.
But the downturn is a lot bigger than just Georgia, and it's a lot bigger than Marvel itself.
Darius Evans is president of Georgia Production Partnership. He says Marvel's move does not mean curtains.
We're still busy as a state. We're seeing a lot more commercials, a lot more gaming as well. More of TV productions, episodic productions that are happening across the state.
We're at about $2.5 billion of direct spending, according to the state, and that's been the case for the last couple years.
Randy Davidson is CEO and founder of advocacy group Georgia Entertainment.
We're right back to where we were previous to COVID.
Projects like music videos, esports, and yes, streaming are fueling steady growth.
They're coming alongside indie filmmakers. They're looking at music being musical tour venues. They've done sporting events inside sound stages.
Davidson says the U.S. is still a prime backdrop for lots of stories. And
Truthfully, I'm not that surprised, because when it comes to, and specifically Marvel, right, they've been on a downturn for a while, because obviously, you know, the bigger company Disney, they have their hands in like a lot of different things. So when it comes to them losing revenue, it's kind of weird. They have been, but they haven't. Meaning things definitely have been slower. But when it comes to what Marvel was, which was their cash cow for the past several years, right? Yeah, they started slowing down a whole lot more. It's not so much about the fact that they're leaving Georgia because something's wrong with Georgia or anything like that. No, that's not what it is. What it is that the cost of what it takes to build and create some of what they're creating right now, their movies, their TV shows, and whatever have you, isn't as much as a return as it was before. So making a movie in Georgia where pretty much the prices have stayed the same, if not risen a little bit, is not lucrative. It's not lucrative. They're not making much money. So they might as well just go to another country where it's going to be cheaper for them. You know, I heard some people talking about like this is a direct representation because of the tariffs. No, not really. That would actually be the opposite. You would see them bringing more of their films to the U.S. This is just something I saw that I thought was pretty interesting, because I'm noticing certain changes in Georgia. You know, not just the Atlanta area, but just Georgia as a whole. There are definitely more people coming down here, and there's a lot more, not so much industry, but opportunity. There's always was opportunities in Georgia, and specifically the Atlanta area. But for the past few years, I should say, especially after COVID, it's been ramping up. There's a lot more being built here. There's a lot more people coming down here from many different places. So I'm interested to see like what the effect is. But overall, I can understand why they're making this change, because it's not cheap to produce here in the U.S., especially in certain cities like Atlanta. So the best thing for them to do, honestly, is just go to another country. Honestly, I mean, and to pretty much show that, hey, look, it's just not cheap to make a movie here in the U.S. Pay attention. They left Atlanta and they didn't go to any other state. They went out of the country. Why? The other reason why it's not because of tariffs is because our movies, the U.S. movies, right, have consistently always done better for the most part, in the U.S. as opposed to other countries, especially when it comes to Marvel. Marvel nowadays they've been slacking, they've kind of been falling behind, and our movies have been doing way better domestically than it has been internationally, especially when it comes to our superhero movies. Yeah, because not just Marvel falls into this, DC falls into this as well. DC, when it came to the new Superman movie that came out, I haven't seen it yet, plan to see it. It didn't do that well internationally as opposed to how well it did in the U.S. So, interested to see where this leaves us. I mean, like what they said, money's not going to lead the state of Georgia. Not really. Definitely going to pay attention when it comes to who's going to be up in that mayoral office soon. So, and I'm definitely going to be looking into that, doing videos about that, because I've been slacking, like I said, I've been slacking, so I'm going to jump right back into it as fast as I can. Well, you guys already know Drew. That's it for this video. Something short, something sweet. I just wanted to like really focus in on this. I'm a nerd. I like Marvel, I like DC, I like all that stuff. So I saw this, I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think this is a bigger sign of? If this is a bigger sign of anything. I honestly don't, but you may have some information that I may not have. Or you may know what's going on behind the scenes. So let me know down in the comments down below. And subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.